Spent 75 minutes on this deck, so I'm warning you.
All right. That's always a very exciting time is brand new deck time. It's like a brand new phone. Okay, so I rolled
A 9.
a 9.
How am I going to beat that shit?
It's better than average. Just like my dick.
A 7, which is what my dick is.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
It's above
Congratulations.
average. It's all right.
Congratulations.
It's all right.
Metaphorical pat on the back. I will choose to be on the play. Let's see.
Okay.
Standard time. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the
The
first
audience
game
has
of the
no
night.
idea what we're even playing, so they're going to be surprised.
We'll just tell them it's tiny leaders and never play anything.
I guess I'll keep. This is horrible, but I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm in
so
the same boat, so...
It could be objectively good, actually. Let's start with Chefette Dunes, and I'm going to read the cards. In case
Do it.
People don't know what they do. Chefette Dunes, new desert from Hour of Devastation, adds a colorless, pay a life, adds a white mana, pay 4, including 2 white mana. Sack a desert, my creatures get +1/+1. Go, Brandon.
Let's do this.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Not what I wanted to see, but still okay. Comes into play tapped. This is Highlander Lake, which is battlefield tapped. Tap 1 for blue or 1 for red. Master.
Okay, let's do it. Planes. Servo Exhibition. Sorcery. Create 2/1/1 Servo creature tokens. Here they are. Go, Brandon.
Draw my card for turn. I'm going to play an Island,
Island.
and I will pass my turn.
Untap. Draw. What do we got? Got. Let's play Spire of Industry. Very cool land. Adds a colorless. Pay a life. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only if you control an artifact. Let's make white and 2 colorless. Filigree Familiar. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life.
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite enter the battlefield.
Uh-oh.
Counter target creature spell.
Oof. He's countered my Filigree Familiar. Okay, combat. In for 2.
Taking his rage out on me.
I'll whack you in the face. Go ahead.
Do your worst. Oh god, I really wish I shuffled this more now. I'm gonna play a Mountinian. And pass turn.
Untap. Draw.
Remember to scoop to win? Of course I don't remember to scoop to win.
Let's so you got all this mana open. I don't like that.
Why not?
Just gonna play a swamp and attack you for 2.
Well, that's just rude.
16, your play.
I'll play an Island. No, I think they're closed. Oh, okay. All right. I don't have many options here, so I will choose to pass turn.
Real quick, he's playing Elder Scrolls Legends while listening to the stream. That sounds like an epic experience. I will draw and play a land.
What?
Yep, that's how magic works.
No way.
Okay, so I'm gonna pay a life to make white mana here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll cast SRAM's Expertise.
What does that do?
It creates 3/1/1 colorless Servo artifact creature tokens, and I may cast a card with a convert mana cost 3 or less from my hand without paying its mana cost.
Counter unless you pay 1.
I was expecting that, censor. I shall pay 1.
Counter unless you pay 1.
I wasn't expecting the second censor. Very good, sir. All right, combat time. In for 2.
Damn. I might not live long here.
I got the damage equivalent of a bear. Here, it's your turn. What is the card called? Grizzly Bear, but it's just 2 servos.
Yogi Bearer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will. One, two, three, four, five. I'm gonna play Pour over the pages. Draw 3 cards, untap 2 cards, then disdraw a card. Disdraw a card?
Discard a card?
Discard a card. I wish you could disdraw.
So wait, so can I see this?
Yeah.
This looks like a great card.
It's pretty fun.
Draw 3, untap 2 lands, then discard a card. 5 mana, sorcery. Great.
So I will 1, 2, 3.
It's like compulsive research,
Goes.
but you can untap stuff.
These 2 lands are now untapped. And I will now attempt to show you everything I have in my hand and then discard a card. Ooh. Oh yeah.
It's getting freaky.
You're just white black, huh?
Just white, black.
Well, I will discard Jace's defeat since you have no blue. Has no value to me.
Main deck Jace's defeat for all of your blue planeswalker needs. Killing them.
You know,
blue planeswalkers.
I really had it in my head that you're gonna have some blue in there somewhere.
He's trying to meta me out. See ya.
All right, so I'm then going to play Tormenting Voice. I'm going to discard. And discard Forgotten Creation. I'm going to draw 1, 2 cards. Not what I wanted to see. Pass turn.
Okay. I am myself running a little light on resources. Draw. That's actually great. Good for me. Okay, let's see. We don't have enough mana to do both. That's not bad though. I'm gonna cast Hidden Stockpile.
Nice.
Okay, combat in for 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay a colorless, sacrifice a Servo.
Let me see that.
Scry 1. Yep.
I'm just curious about something.
So, Hidden Stockpile, you can pay 1 mana, sacrifice a creature you control to scry 1.
And then you get a colorless Servo back.
And then, revolt trigger at my end step if any permanent I control left the battlefield, then I get a Servo token. So, I'm going to go to end step, get a Servo. Oh, I forgot to scry, though. Let's see what's on top.
Tyler, my day has been okay. A little bit sleepier than I would have liked, but that's
Same.
all right.
Same. I was up until 7 a.m.
Whew. I was up till 5 trying to help my girl. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Please be something I want to see. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right. Helps if I put the other land down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6?
Huh.
Question mark?
Huh. Well, that math doesn't add up, does it?
That's a lot of fancy mana you got there.
I can't count. I love it. Pass turn.
Pass. He passes. He's got a lot of mana. He's got a lot of cards. I got 2 servos. Implement of Improvement is a 2-mana artifact. When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. I really wish that was the first line of text. The first line of text reads, pay a black, sacrifice Implement of Improvement. Target player discards a card. Activate this ability only anytime you could. A sorcery. I will do it right now. Or, does it resolve, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to sacrifice this. So the important part of this is, let's say you're in a competitive situation.
Yep.
The first thing that happens is a trigger goes on the stack, which is Implement of Improvement being put into the graveyard causes a draw trigger.
Okay.
So the reason that's important is I get to draw a card before they discard a card, actually.
Okay.
Which means I could possibly do something,
Oh,
but I won't. Okay, now you discard.
I will discard Sphinx of the Sphinxel Verd.
He discards a giant thing. All right. Let's get in. Get in for 2.
I take 2.
Takes 2. He's at 10. It's 5 beats. All right, go ahead. Oh shit. Mistakes were made already.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, that's kind of nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is important. So I have 6 instants and sorceries in my graveyard. And I'm, for 2, going to cast Cryptic Serpent. Cryptic Serpent costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. It is normally a 2 blue, 5 other. Because I have 6, don't have to pay the 5, so just the 2 blue. And it is a 6/5 Serpent.
Serpentia.
Serpent. And then I am then going to... Oh, I can't really do anything else. Well, that's ball sacks.
Ball sacks.
Pass turn, my good fellow sir.
Let's do it. Untap. And draw. Hey. Let's see how I want to do this. Start with the land. I got lots of mana to work with.
Height.
Hoi, 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 hoi. That is a 6/5, correct?
Height.
So let's say I would cast that first. If I did, and I could tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be sufficient. I will play Filigree Familiar. And when it enters the battlefield, I gain 2 life. And then I will go tap 3 and 1 and 2. So here's what's happening. I'm casting Battle at the Bridge. Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap reduces the cost by 1. And so I'm tapping 3 and an additional 2. So X equals 5. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn, and I gain 5 life.
Ooh, I'm going to have to say no. Negate.
Negate and is countered. Ouch, that's pretty good. Okay, then I will sacrifice Filigree Familiar and scry, but first a draw. And now I will scry. Put that at the bottom. Sounds good. And I will go to my end step where there is a revolt trigger waiting for me. I will make a servo.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I'm dying over here, man. I need some lands. I need some lands. Oh, did I say? I meant fucking. I screwed that up a little. I'm going to Skyline Cascade. Enters the battlefield tapped. When Skyline Cascade enters the battlefield tapped, target creature an opponent controls does not untap during its controller's next untap step. Pick either one. Okay. And then it's just tap, add blue after that. So I will then play 1, 2, 3, 4. Venser of Many Faces. You may have Venser of Many Faces enter the battlefield as a copy of another creature on the battlefield. Cryptic Serpent.
Vizier.
Oh, Vizier. Sorry, not Venser. I can't read today.
Pardon me.
Vizier.
So what does it enter
Except
as a copy of?
Vizier of the Many Faces. If Vizier of the Many Faces was... Oh, God, now I got to reread this.
Okay, start over.
You may have Vizier of Many Faces enter the battlefield as a copy of target creature on the battlefield. Cryptic Serpent.
Okay.
Except if it is a token and has no mana cost, it is white in the zombie. And it is a zombie in addition to other types. Embalm. 2 blue, 3 other.
Righto.
Okay, so I have 2 6/5s on the battlefield. I'm going to swing with a big, chunky 6/5.
Okay, I will block with a servo, and before damage, I will sacrifice it to scry 1. Keep that on top.
Pass turn.
Righto. Untap and draw. Let's see what you got for this one here.
do you got for me, buddy?
I'm gonna have to pay a life. Go down to 20.
Finally, the lowest I've had you all game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is. Or do I want to do it like that? No. Let's keep some stuff untapped. Okay, so I'm going to cast Herald of Anguish. He also has Improvise, so I tap 2 servos to make him cost 2 less. He costs 7. Flying 5/5. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent discards a card.
Ooh.
I can pay 2, sacrifice an artifact. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn.
Wow.
And so he resolves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't do anything.
And then out comes Filigree Familiar. So when he enters the battlefield, he gains 2 life.
Huh. No. Censor.
That's going to get censored.
You had too much open for me to even bother with the big guy.
Yeah. Okay. Your turn. And
You get a servo.
I don't. Nothing left the battlefield. But you do discard a card.
I thought it's at the end of my turn. Opponent's
No,
turn.
At the beginning of your end step. So that's me.
Oh.
Your.
Well, that sucks.
But I don't know what I'm going to do about 2 6/5s. Okay, go ahead.
Well, now I have the 7 to cast. Sphinx of the final jerk bag. I think this is my only real chance to actually do damage to you. Fuck. Okay. Go to combat.
Combat.
Tap 1. Unsummon. Return target creature to your hand.
Whoop.
Swing for 12.
Ouch. Boom, 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 boom. I'm at 8.
Go.
Okay, here we go. Untap. Let's see what I get. Draw a card. Oh. It's not too bad. I will cast Stram's Expertise.
What does that do?
Makes 3 servos.
Oh, god damn it.
And then I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to pay a life to do this. There's Herald of Anguish. And I'll go ahead and go to the end step where you must discard. Nothing in his hand. Alright, nothing in my hand. We're both hell-bent. Go ahead.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Can I see that creature flying dick bag?
He's a big old problem. To quote the wise Jar Jar Binks, so wise, so noble, so handsome. He woos me with his Senate robes.
All right, Hail Mary. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Vizier.
Copying your flying dick bag.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
I am then going to swing for 12.
I'll block both of them.
Okay.
Away goes 2 servos. And my turn?
Pass.
Here we go. 3 servos. Herald of Anguish, no cards in hand. A Terrarian. Gonna have to plan out my mana wisely here. I will cast terrain. It comes into play tapped. It's like Chromatic Star.
Ooh, I'm really messing up the chat window here, aren't I? Oh god, I'm really jacking everything up.
So I'm going to use Terrarian's, Herald of Anguish's ability. Sacrifice Terrarian.
Can you do it while it's tapped?
Yeah, I can. It's the
Oh,
Herald
right,
of
right,
Anguish's
right.
ability.
So who you giving -2/-2?
I'm going to give it to the Vizier that's a copy of my Herald of Anguish.
Okay.
Okay, but I also get to draw a card from Terrarian. Hey, that's really good. I'll go ahead and pay a life. And cast Battle at the Bridge, where X equals 3. Give your Herald of Anguish -3/-3, which will kill it.
Wow, you got a really good top deck there.
Yeah, that was nice. And then I'll gain 3 life. Boom, boom, boom. And then I will go on the attack for 6.
If that had been a land, you would have been dead.
Yeah, this is nice. This is good. Good for me. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you for 6. You're at 4. Your turn. We got a surreal match here. Game 1 has been turning out to be pretty exciting.
I've got nothing now. That's it. Swing for... Oh, there's no point.
Block.
Yep. Pass turn.
Pass turn, untap.
All you have to do is swing.
You have cards in your hand, though. I'm scared of those. You got 4. Play a land. Attack.
I'm dead.
Okay, game 1.
Good game, though.
Yeah, that was cool.
Not getting that land on turn 7 really fucked me over.
I don't know if I have any cards I even could sideboard against you. We could, if you want, we can play without my sideboard.
Oh no, go ahead. No, that's I have no issue with that. I've got 4 of those Jace.
You know what? Now that I'm looking at my sideboard, I just realized that I hadn't unsideboarded from the last game, even though I never drew any of the cards.
So you were cheating?
I wasn't cheating.
You had extra cards. I'm
actually,
pretty sure that's called cheating.
I was at a disadvantage, actually.
Uh-huh.
My deck
Yeah. No, I clearly see the disadvantage on this side of the board. Oh, you cheating son of a bitch. What can I change this fucking J spells out for if you have not a single fucking blue card in your deck?
That's a good place to start.
Alright, bear with us, people, as he stops cheating and I try something else.
Yeah, I definitely need to stop cheating. It's bad.
See, that would have been an instant loss for you. Someone would have said, hey, that deck looks a little tall, buddy. They would have just yelled, Judge!
I think it was actually short 4 cards.
Judge! You know that's what happened to Nick, right?
What happened to him?
At Grand Prix.
Which
I think
one?
it was Nick. I think it was San Ho, actually. San Ho or one of those.
I was at San Jose.
Was Nick there?
I think he showed
Oh
up.
no, Vegas. It was Vegas. Sorry. I guess someone saw him sideboard, or maybe it was Oakland. I can't remember. It was one of the GPs. He went to sideboard, accidentally left a card in his sideboard, so he had 59 cards. The person watched him do it. They started the game. He said, I'll keep. And they started round 1, and then he called Judge. And then he lost his first immediate.
Damn.
Yep. Balls, right? Just grab my box of rares. 3 blue cards. Or red. Would actually be good.
Short a card. Strange.
set's already gone.
Really? Sure. You sure, Paxton?
Excuse me. That looks disgusting. Harness the Storm? Oh wait, that was in my original deck list. Why did I even bother trying to buy it? Whoops. I have no idea what I'm going to do about your token generation, though. That is quite annoying.
There it is. It was on the floor. All right. So now I'm not cheating anymore. You know what's surprisingly good right now is green-white cats. I got first-hand experience. Just like, you know, I think I'm a token deck, and they're just playing tribal cats, and all of a sudden, it's just endless cats. Like Pride of the Sovereign, what's that card called? You can exert it, tap it, makes 2 cats, and then it gets +1/+1 for each other cat. Meow.
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 Maybe I should put Joran in there.
Oh, Georgie.
Alright, think about that. Do that. I only got to get one more card.
Jace's Defeat isn't the best main deck card unless you're very sure your opponent has blue creatures.
I originally put that in the sideboard, but I didn't get the card for the sideboard for that.
The sensors are good. Counter spells are really good right now. People are like not anticipating how good red-blue control is. Just really like you get access to Hour of Devastation. It's really good board wipe.
Oh yeah.
And the Cryptic Serpents are sick.
Yeah,
I like the Viziers. It's like a pretty sick list.
This deck is pretty much built around the Cryptic Serpents.
You got Thing in the Ice, you could whip those out. I mean, those are pretty good. That's actually really good for your deck. Get them Thing in the Ice. Yeah. Got your Thing in the Ice.
I do have a Thing in the Ice. Unfortunately,
gonna bounce all your creatures.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Thing in the Ice.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. yeah, right.
Alright, Thing in the Ice. Luckily, I just have this mound of cards. It's pretty much standard, everything in here.
Nice. Standard's actually really fun. I actually skipped Standard at the game store to come play Standard on stream because I'm not a loser.
Just for fun, I'm going to show this. This is an Ancestral Recall.
Oh yeah, check this thing out.
I bought this from a guy. Oh, let me start off by saying I went to the card store to buy a shit ton of cards because I wanted to make this thing quick because I forgot to do it over the weekend, naturally. And
he's so busy.
At the game store, this dude, he's like trying to dump like a shit ton of cards, and he had 3 boxes of cards that were sitting in the corner, and he's just like, you know, you're buying cards right now. Do you need any of them? And I just kind of went, not really. I mean, I got enough cards as is. And so I told the guy, I was like, no, I really don't need any more cards, like at all. I don't need fucking cards. And he's like, well, can you take them for free, please? And I was like, nah, like I just don't want them. And he's like, I'll give you everything. It's just boxes on boxes. And I was like, sure, whatever. I'll give you $20. And he's like, okay, well, let me toss in some rares. So he grabbed out of the stuff he was going to give to Equilibrium to look at and just tossed him in there. He didn't even look at him. He just grabbed the section and just tossed him in there.
So nihilistic.
And I was just like, okay, whatever. So I start going through the box, and then I found this Ancestral Recall, and I'm like, oh, shit.
If Equilibrium got their shit together, they could dominate the area, because fucking there's
Black Diamond.
Black Diamond Games is
Yeah.
cool, but they still don't have their shit together. It's like they could be selling singles. They could have glass counters.
They could look that much better. They really could.
They have all the space in the world. They got this big section dedicated to puzzles, which don't turn any profit. It's just out there on display. It's like, okay, you got your puzzles. Just figure out a better way to organize your store. God damn it, Black Diamond Games, get your shit together.
They're never going to get their shit together, and I'm never going to go back to them.
Start buying singles. Hire sorters.
You were here for when we got that email from the owner, right?
What?
To me.
What owner?
The owner of Black Diamond.
Oh, yeah, what did they say?
So pre-release came out. Shadows? I think it was Shadows. I bought a pre-release pack through Eventbrite because they had the whole Eventbrite thing. Sorry, before I get into that story. Anyways, I saw this Ancestral Recall. I was like, oh my god, I picked it up, and then I looked at it, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember them doing dot matrix printing on this set. Like, you can see the colors, the grain, the dots. Like, this is not a legit card. And I got really sad immediately, and I was like, oh, it's a counterfeit.
Well, it's also uncharacteristically not matte enough. It's like a very shiny, glossy print compared to a regular alpha card. Hey, Master Hunter 1998.
Hey, Master Hunter. How's it going? Welcome back. We are playing Standard tonight, so we are doing something new. We're doing Tuesday night toss-up. And what that is instead of on Saturdays where we play... on Saturdays we typically play just a shit ton of EDH. We figured we'd pick another night of the week, and we're going to do everything else under the sun. And we may even play some Commander. But tonight we're starting with some Standard. And you can see Paxton really just working that hand. Working it. Work it, girl. Yeah. 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 We're not high at all. So, anyways, that's the whole point of this Tuesday night.
Work it, girl.
So we're both playing with standard decks. Do you want to explain your deck real quick?
Sure, let's do a little
bit more shuffling
deck.
here.
Okay, so this is a really cool deck I came up with. I wanted to crack Hidden Stockpile, which is all about getting revolt triggers so that you can create 1/1 colorless servos. I figure Bitter Blossom was good in standard. Why shouldn't Hidden Stockpile be good in standard? So I got all this kind of stuff like Filigree Familiar and Terrarian and Implement of Malice and Implement of Improvement. All of these, when they go to the graveyard, you draw a card, which is great. And all of them I can they either sacrifice themselves, or I have other ways I can sacrifice them with Hidden Stockpile, or one of my big payoff cards, which is Herald of Anguish. All of these artifacts that I'm creating can make Herald of Anguish cheaper to play, and then he creates massive card advantage by forcing my opponent to discard and allowing me to sacrifice my artifacts to kill their creatures and draw. And then the rest of the deck is just kind of supporting this theme that I've already got going. So like once you got the whole core theme, it's stuff like Servo Exhibition and Metallic Mimic. I'm making lots of servos with Hidden Stockpiles, so I might as well make more servos, like SRAM's Exhibition, Servo Exhibition. And then Metallic Mimic is also technically a Servo Lord. He comes into play, you choose Servo, other servos get +1/+1. And then I got Fatal Push, because, Revolt Trigger, can't go wrong with 4 Fatal Push, right?
Cannot go wrong with the Fatal Push.
And then you get Battle of the Bridge, because there's actually a lot of redundant life gain now with Filigree Familiar, Implement of Improvement, and Battle at the Bridge. I'm like ticking up my life total, and it starts to become relevant. Like I get out of reach sometimes. And that's the whole deck. Yeah, there's some spicy finisher here with Chef at Dunes. I can sack deserts to buff up my token army and sort of go in for the kill. Yeah, that's the whole deck.
Nice. Mine is actually nowhere near as fun as that. So my deck is get as many instants and sorceries in your graveyard as you can, and then play a ton of cryptic serpents, and then copy the shit out of them. So I have things like negate, strategic planning. There's a cryptic serpent. So cryptic serpent, God, says costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. It is a 6/5 and it costs 7. So the idea of me getting more and more into my graveyard is a good thing for me. So I welcome your discard, sir. I even have like pour over the pages, draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, discard a card. It helps with good draw advantage. Raise from the tides, and see, this is another thing that plays into making sure that I have tons and tons of instants and sorcery spells in my graveyard. So put a 2/2 zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard, which means by like turn 5, when I've already gone through like 6 or 7 instants and sorceries from counters and draw and all this other stuff, I can now just throw down just the legion of zombies.
That is pretty scary to think about.
Yeah, so that's what this is more or less based around. I'm still missing a couple cards, so I've subbed in Thing in the Ice.
You know, I have a feeling that that deck would very comfortably... I mean, you're trying to get instants and sorceries in your graveyard. You might as well play them to get them into your graveyard while growing your Thing in the Ice, which is going to also protect your life total. So that would be a pretty sick ad.
Yeah. So yeah, that's literally the point of this deck. It is just annoying.
You know, and they did print Censor, which is one of the best counter spells that's been in Standard in a very long time. That thing is super efficient.
I have 4 sensors in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with the cycling on it, it means that I can just dump it. If I say like my opening hand, I've got 3 sensors, right? Cycle them. Just dump them in there from the get-go. Turn 2, I've got 2 instants and sorceries in my graveyard already. Turn 3, I could have 2 more. Leave enough open room for counter spell. So, was it negate?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the great thing about cycling is you can always do it at your opponent's end step.
Johan.
That's what's really so good about Control.
How are you? Thank you very much for joining us on the YouTubes.
I play Control style. I play more in the Control side of Magic for a really long time. I'm just like now experimenting with aggro after a long time playing Magic. Like I've built my first few mono red decks just recently. But long story short, if you're building a Control deck, you should really limit the number of sorceries that are in the deck, because what happens is you need to kind of create...
You're no longer reactive.
Exactly. You need to create that critical mass of options that you can use at your opponent's turn.
And not only that, it kind of forces the game on them. It's no longer a game of, I'm going to play my stuff and mollywop, right? You're waiting for me to run out of mana.
Right.
Before you make your plays, and it puts you in a stalemate.
Absolutely.
And
which lets you just drop more lands and get better...
Stall out until I can get...
Cycle more cards.
7 lands.
Wait, real quick. Let's roll again. Let's start over here with the rolling.
All right.
That's pretty good. 10.
Damn, how are you fucking... You are cheating somehow.
I'm just really good at life. It's my primary skill.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a good skill to have.
Did you know I'm a superhero? My power is being really good at being alive. That's my power.
Superhero-ness?
That's what I do. I'll keep.
Okay. I will keep.
Concealed Courtyard. Terrarium comes into play tapped. Go ahead.
Nice. I'm going to put down Highlander
Hamless
Lake.
cannot be a
tapped.
control deck. Although, if you're talking about
Pass turn.
ridiculous things printed in Amonkhet block, that might actually be competitive. That Dune Beetle. It's it's the most innocuous of cards, but it's actually really good. It's a 1/4 for 2 mana. To put things, I mean, it blocks anything's X1 on the ground and kills it, and does not die to anything. And even if it does, who cares?
Cost 2, yeah.
Yeah, cost 2 buys you forever. Okay, turn 2, I draw. Play a land. Let's play Concealed Courtyard. You're tapped. I think I'm going to go with this path. Implement of Improvement. Pass. I've always hated control. I've always been the aggro player with every deck I build. My only somewhat control deck is mono green Tron deck, says Master Hunter. Yeah, it really is all down to personal preference, what side you err on. I've become... like, I don't know, when it comes to me in Magic, I take a big lesson from the Green Goblin, which is that the Cunning Warrior attacks neither the body nor mind. The heart.
Face.
You must attack the heart. You could just attack the face. That's effective in MMA.
Pass turn.
That's usually what they try to do. Attack the face.
I use green-black Mage Ring Responder deck.
It's a 3rd Concealed Courtyard.
It wrecked.
Right
Nice.
up off the top deck.
Wow.
We're going to start by cracking my Implement of Malice. I'll draw a card, and then you discard.
Oh, wow. Well, you're actually helping me out here. Strategic planning is being discarded.
Way go strategic planning. I want to attempt to cast. This is risky. This is risky. Let's try to cast a hidden stockpile.
Censor.
Censor. Yep. 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 That's right. Foolish. How foolish. Go ahead. See, that's what you don't do. Okay. Magic 101. If you know it's going to get countered, don't fucking play it. Magic 101, you just let it be in your hand. You play it later.
Enigma Drake. Flying. Enigma Drakes. Power is equal to the number of instants and sorcery cards in your graveyard. I have 2 instants and sorceries in my graveyard. It is a 2/4 Drake. Pass.
He has a
turn.
2/4 Drake. That's really good.
It's only just going to grow.
So how do you attack the heart in Magic? How do you literally attack their moral to keep playing?
Here's what you do. You start by building a deck with 58 counters in it.
That's very good way.
You get 2 lands.
You're off to a great start with that strategy. Servo Exhibition.
It's got me tapped out, man. This is the worst thing for a blue player, is to have no open lands.
Open lands, exactly. Go ahead. It's your turn. So, yeah, I've gotten really into playing prison decks. It's like my go-to. I generally gravitate towards attempting to not just be the control player, but literally destroy all of my opponent's resources until they're trapped in a game where I'm not exactly winning, but they can never win, and they have to concede.
2 in the air at you. Pass turn.
Let's reset the life totals.
There you go. Spellheart Chimera. Blue, red, one other. Flying, trample, power equal. Oh, see, that's what I got to get in here too. I got to get another one of those. But the Enigma Drake, same cost, just has 1 more in toughness. Although it does not have trample. That's right, Master Hunter does not have trample. Trample can be good though.
I'm going to attempt to cast Herald of Anguish.
I'm going to attempt to counter it. So 1, 2, Essence Scatter. Counter target creature spell.
Way my creature spell goes, and I pass.
Okay, I am going to 1, 2, 3. I have 3 instants and sorceries in my graveyard. what am I going to do? I'm going to be a dick. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to play another Enigma Drake.
Oh my gosh.
So currently, the Enigma Drakes are 3/4s.
Oh
I'm going to swing at you for 3.
Oh boy.
In the air.
That sounds great. Yeah. Oh, wait, wrong one. Yep.
What set was Spellheart Chimera out of? Keyboard's right there, but it's too far. Pass turn.
Spellheart Chimera?
Wasn't that out of...
I don't remember. Hey, look, a spell.
What set was that out of? I don't remember.
Your mom.
Oh, my mom.
I'm going to cast Ceram's Expertise.
I will counter that.
This negate. He's got them all lined up perfectly. It's like basically he has a hand full of counter spells and Enigma Drakes. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, go ahead.
Draw a card. I will then... How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not enough. That's just not enough. Ooh. Punch that mic, baby.
Punch it. Punch it right in the cut. Whap, whap. Good. Right in
Okay.
fucking...
Since I am desperate for cards, I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm going to play Strategic Planting. Planning. God damn it. I'm not high. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
No, he has more cards than me.
Oh, I will put...
Yeah, Spellheart Chimera. That's a Chimera, so that's
I'm
probably
gonna
a
put
Theros thing.
Void, Shatter, and a land into my
makes perfect
graveyard.
sense.
And I'm then going to put Strategic Planning in my graveyard. I have 1 card in hand. I am then going to tap 2. God, I'm really bad right now. Play Cryptic Serpent. Costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 right here. So I'm tapping 2. And I'm going to swing at you for 12 in the air.
Well, fuck my ass.
Pass turn.
I'll concede.
That went the way it was supposed to go.
God damn. You really got me. Did you get that noob reference?
Yeah. Oh boy, Rick, that was a good one.
Yeah, he just like chuckles. God damn.
So yeah, that's how the combo is supposed to go. Is that I counter everything you have, stack up this fucking graveyard, and
those basically your hand was 4 counter spells.
5.
Like he was literally just counter spell. Oh wait, 2 mana open and counter spell. I don't even think I have anything relevant I could sideboard against you. I'm gonna put in 1 card and hope I draw it. But even if I do, I might.
What do you think you would need?
More access to card advantage. So I'm white-black, right? I'm not really doing things like your game-winning spells are a little bit innocuous. It's actually the 5 mana. I'm not about to go riffling through your cards here, but I appreciate it. Yeah, white-black has trouble drawing cards, so I'm going to put in Obnixilis Reignited because it says you draw a card on the text. That's what I want to do. And then I think I should take out some removal.
Why remove? That's the only thing that would remove the Drakes.
Or maybe I should swap out my removal because see, the thing is I'm running 4 Fatal Pushes main deck, and you got things like Cryptic Drake and a thing that costs 3. So I don't know if I can always get the Revolt trigger. So I'm gonna also got a guy that costs 4.
What about To the Slaughter?
So I'm gonna switch out To the Slaughter's pretty good.
Got one right here if you want it.
I'm gonna use Never because it also destroys creatures. It's much slower, but I can cast it from my graveyard. And I'm also going to put in...
This actually would wipe me out.
Declaration in Stone. Oh wow, this is actually really good. Can I trade you for this or buy
Just
this from
take
you?
it.
Just take it? Damn. Okay, wow. I appreciate you. I won't use it right now.
You should.
No, wait.
Give me a chance to counter it.
I'm like, I'll improve my deck with this card later, but this is really powerful.
It might just save you if someone else has like. In fact, if someone does another token, Servo token deck, they're all named the same.
So the thing is, I have these 4 Authority of the Consuls in my sideboard, and you'd think that they would be really good against burn, but they're actually horrible. Don't use Authority of the Consuls against mono red.
Yeah.
So yeah, Declaration in Stone is a lot better than that. Okay, let's shuffle. Let's play more Magic. So hopefully I can create a tiebreaker.
That actually went pretty well.
Yeah, you stomped. That was an egregious stomping. I was like, I got 2 1/1 tokens, and you're like, I got 6 5s, 6 4s with flying, and a 6 5. What turn was it like? Turn.
Had to have been
6.
turn 6, yeah.
Still really good for turn 6. It's getting-
3 6.
I got 2 dragons out, and a serpent, a leviathan.
I should have just said I got 2 whelps and a worm. I do like your deck though. It has a lot of synergy in it.
It's slowly improving every time I tinker with it. The thing is that the metagame right now is vicious. It's just very strong and very open, so it's really hard to get a deck that beats everything, especially now that there's like aggro is back and with a vengeance, so you don't have to just deal with the mid-range decks. There's also control. You got red blue is actually the #1 control deck right now. It's really good. And then zombies is gonna fade out pretty soon, but there's still Mardu, like mid-range and Teamer mid-range energy kind of stuff, and there's like Delirium, Teamer Delirium shenanigans with Emerge.
Is that set still in standard?
It
Dragons?
is.
That's Dragon's Tarkir, right?
No, that's not in standard anymore. But Oath of the Gatewatch is still.
Oh, that's the next one on the chopping block, though, right?
Yeah, it's gonna disappear pretty soon.
When this new set comes out, that's what falls off, right?
Set falls off. Yeah, I think both of them fall off. I'm not exactly sure though how they do it now.
I think it's by block. I think they do blocks now.
I have no idea. Okay, we're both back to 20.
All right, let's do this. How many cards do you have in your deck?
60.
Oh, you sure?
I'm sure.
Because that first game.
Yeah, I think I had like 56.
Well, thank you for the top 7. Am I putting them on the bottom or the top?
That's up to you.
I kind of want to look at them to find out if I want to keep it, but
You're not allowed to do that. That's the cut. I mean, if it's truly random, you don't know what it is either.
No, that's true. I'm gonna.
That could just be your
There we
hand.
go. Okay. Oh, this is miserable. I'm
actually gonna keep this.
gonna mulligan. That
This
was
is-
bad.
It's a 1-lander, but I'm on the play, I guess.
Why'd you draw 7 cards?
What?
Why'd you draw 7 cards on my deck?
I'm not high. That's not a reason.
No, of course. No, neither am I. I would never do anything. Planets are gonna go to shadows and moons are out. Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, say goodbye.
No.
Goodbye, cards I love.
Okay, well,
Forsake me, for this is standard.
not the hand I wanted, but you know. The lowest person goes first.
The lowest? Very well. I shall defeat you.
I only say that after I rolled. It's still high. Yeah, you won.
I win. I'm a winner.
I had a 1 and a 2.
Okay, here we go. Chefet Dunes and Implement of Improvement. Go ahead.
I will play Highlander Lucky and pass turn.
Okay. Draw. Hey, look at me being lucky. Let's continue to tear through my deck. I'm going to gain 2 life and draw a card. Technically, it's the other order. I will also play another Implement of Improvement. Go ahead.
I'm going to play another Highlander Lucky. I don't know if I want to play Highland Lake. Fuck it. Pass turn.
Let's get out Implement of Malice and Terrarian. This Terrarian is tapped. Go ahead. Love my artifacts. Look at these wonderful artifacts. I have Metalcraft.
Oh, god damn it. Can't.
I'm a special magic player.
Pass turn.
Concealed Courtyard comes into play tapped. I will attempt to cast nothing. I will sacrifice Implement of Improvement. Gain 2. Draw. Go ahead. Your turn.
Oh, thank God.
You drew it.
I top decked it. I was very starving. I will play. Nothing.
Nothing. My turn.
Wait. Yes.
Get a swamp down. And crack Implement of Malice, so you discard a card. And I draw a card.
Thank you.
Gulp.
Get rid of Forgotten Creation.
Let's try to cast Servo Exhibition.
I will Void Shatter it.
What does that do?
Devoid. Counter target spell. If that spell was countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into your graveyard.
Alright.
This is just in case people have, like, you know, storm bullshit kind of things.
It could happen. Alright, go ahead.
Fuck.
So far, we're battle cruising it up. Just trying to get card advantage.
This is really bad for me. I am not in a good position here. Enigma Drake. Pass turn.
Enigma Drake. Plays a creature. Plays Chefet Dunes. Implement of Improvement. I will attempt to battle at the bridge your Drake.
It is dead.
I'll gain 4. Pass the turn.
Oh, thank God. I am starving for lands and shit. I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pour over the pages, draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, and then discard a card.
Sounds
1,
good.
2, 3. And then I will discard it. Oh, untap 2 lands. Just undos. Like these 2. And discard a card. I will discard. Skyline. Cascade. Pass. Turn.
Okay. Untap everything. Draw. Let's play a tapped Concealed Courtyard. Then I will attempt to cast Filigree Familiar. The results? I'm up to 30, and I'll pass the turn. Not that my life total is actually relevant at all in this matchup. It really isn't.
Land for turn.
In fact, it's probably true that I already lost, but we'll see.
I highly doubt it. I've been starved for mana, like, a lot.
A lot of my card draw is actually on the battlefield. Like, if all of my permanents die, I'll draw 3 cards, which will help.
Tormenting Voice as an additional cost. Discard a card. I'm discarding a Cryptic Serpent. That's how desperate I am.
Interesting.
Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Ugh. Just barely. Just fucking barely. So I have 3 instants and sorceries in my graveyard. I'm going to cast Cryptic Serpent.
Sounds good.
Pass turn.
At your end step, I will sacrifice Implement of Improvement, draw a card, gain 2 life. Up to 32. That is pretty annoying. Untap, draw. Let's cast Never, targeting your Cryptic Serpent. And then I'm going to go ahead and return. So I'm going to create a zombie. And attack for 2.
Take it.
Pass the turn.
You didn't see that. You
I
didn't see anything.
I see nothing. I
7.
know nothing.
Sphinx of the Final Word has 5.
Oh shit.
Hexproof. And instants and sorcery spells you control cannot be countered by spells or abilities.
Can I see it real quick?
No.
I'm not allowed.
No. Because you asked.
Cannot be countered. Flying hexproof. I see.
Hmm.
Well, that's amazing. A 5/5 with flying.
Hmm. Pass turn. Shadow bursts.
Hexproof is a giant problem. How will I combat this new threat?
Kill everything.
Let's start with SRAM's expertise.
Shit.
3 servos. I get to cast something with CMC 3 or less for free. I'll cast Servo Exhibition. 2 additional servos. I'll attack you with Filigree Familiar.
I'll take it. I'll take the 2.
That's right, you will. You pretty man. Go ahead.
Dick.
I'm coming for those life points.
I know. That's the part that's going to hurt a lot. If I'm smart, I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to 1/2. Oh shit. What am I going to do? Fuck, what am I going to do? 2, 3. You know, you got me in a pickle instead of the other way around.
Yeah, I managed to muster up a good number of little fuckers.
I do not like the choices before me.
I think a board wiper too would really help you out. That would shaft my whole situation.
I think I'm going to go for Hail Mary here. 1, 2. Decieded of many facades.
Okay.
Copying Sphinx.
I don't believe it can. Can you read?
Hexproof.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not Shroud.
Yes.
I'm an old Magic player. Excuse
I
me.
am too. I will then. I need shit on the fucking board to deal with your goddamn creatures. Okay. Alright, fine. We'll do it this way. But only because it's your way.
Always are my ways.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cryptic Serpent.
It's a lot of creatures. It's got a 5/5, 6/5, 35, 55. Combat.
Only have one card in your hand? I will pass turn.
Alright. So he's got 3 great blockers. That's not helpful.
Coming from the guy with a ton of fucking servos.
He has 3 great
Doesn't that come into play tapped?
blockers. This did come into play tapped.
Okay.
I'm suspicious about something. I'm gonna crack this terrarium, add white black to my mana pool, draw a card. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's cast Servo Exhibition. I'll attack you with Filigree from here.
I will block with Sphinx.
He dies, I draw. Cast Implement of Improvement. Let's crack Implement of Improvement. Oops, the way. Up to 34. Hey, Terrarium. It's your turn.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not going my way. Island for turn. I am going to cycle Censor. Get more land to counter shit, so no point. Oh, good. That's exactly what I didn't want to fucking see. Harness the Storm. I am going to swing at you for 5 in the air. I'm sorry, 10 in the air. God, what am I saying? 5. 10.
I don't believe I can block any of that.
Flying.
Down to 19.
That doesn't seem right. You're at 34. 34 minus 10. There you go.
24.
That sounds more like it. Unless you want to go to 19.
No.
I am happy to...
No.
Oh, damn bastard.
All right, my turn?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see
If
what
you
I can
can't do
here.
anything in 2 turns, I'm going to have you.
This is true. Gotta go in for the kill. I'm gonna activate Chef at Dune's ability. Crack a desert. Creatures I control get +1/+1 until end of turn.
Shit.
I will attack you with my army.
I think that's game.
Well, let's see here.
No. I'll have 2
4,
life
6,
left.
8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16.
I'm going to block the zombie.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right, so you block the zombie.
I have 2 life left.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. Good job, zombie.
Taking one for the team. Ooh.
I'm going to attempt to cast Hidden Stockpile. No response.
I can't let that happen. Insidious will. Choose one. Counter target spell. Or you may choose new targets for a target spell. Or copy an instant or sorcery. You may choose new targets. I'm going to counter it.
Your turn.
Please not a land. You fucking fuck. All out swing. 16.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm at 8.
Pass turn. I am... Doesn't matter if I was tapped or untapped or whatever. I'm dead.
You are dead to servo action. Let's draw a card for posterity. Go to combat.
Good game.
Good game.
I had... These are the only instants and sorcery spells I had almost this whole entire game.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. You just didn't have enough action. I mean, once the servos got out onto the board, you couldn't stop the ability of me to activate the land to pump them all up and punch the damage in there. So the problem was not having enough counter spells initially.
Yeah. Which sucked, because that actually would have gone pretty well.
Otherwise, you would have just beat me to death. Yeah, I had no way to stop your big creatures.
I was really hoping to top deck him, because then I could have ended you. Oh yeah, they're kind of all in a clump. I still have yet to see the zombie, the Rise to Tides. Kind of sad about that, because that would be awesome.
Let's play another game.
Yeah, I'm down. Well, considering you cheated on the first one.
Was this just the second game? No, you beat me a game.
No,
right?
Yeah, you won the... well, you won the first one.
That was just a warm-up. Let's not count that one.
And then I wrecked face the second game, and you just wrecked my face this game.
Okay, so it's like a tiebreaker now.
Yeah. But wow, you weren't kidding. You get a mountainous amount of life.
Yeah, it gets out of... That's what happens is I get out of reach, and so all of a sudden I can just race you and win, which is great with Chef at Dunes. That's the whole reason. You just like pump up everything and like it's kamikaze.
That literally worked to your advantage. I didn't think you would actually get the opportunity to do that.
That's the one way that Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet have really helped out a lot of the artifacts strategies with the deserts, and it's really made like 2-color, 1-color decks a lot stronger. Like all of a sudden Ravenov Ruins is I'm sorry.
Into the mic.
Oh, everyone can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, just speak up if you can't hear me. I want to remain audible. I know a lot of my previous videos I'm not like the loudest talker.
Ash Ketchum, welcome, and thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. We are actually doing a new thing. This is Tuesday night toss-up. You care to explain the whole point of this?
In front of my salad?
Well, it's to actually get Paxton up to speed to win competitive standard, because he, out of all of us, has actual pro points.
That's not what it's about.
That's what all
gosh.
of this is about. We
Yeah.
need to make him into a fighting machine. You ever remember that Rocky movie where they pump that Russian full of steroids?
Oh my gosh, no.
You're the steroids.
I am
The decks are the Russian.
I am something of a table topper, and I like to attend as many qualifiers. And see, the thing is, I've never actually played in the Pro Tour, so it's that is a big milestone. Least ways win a Pro Tour, right? You
Yeah,
know?
right. And the other 90% of us doing this is to actually do something different. You know, we have Saturdays for EDH, which is great. I'm beginning to like EDH, but I am personally more of a legacy modern player, and it's a good experience for me to do standard, as well as you now have a standard deck as well, which is
this deck
really
has been
good.
A really fun experience brewing it up and taking it out, and you edit it a little bit at a time. Like, you don't have to net deck, of course, but I find that net decking is really, really great, actually, because standard is really cheap, and a lot of the times, new sets will come out and new decks will pop up all of a sudden, and you can just oh, I'm gonna spend less than $200 for sure, usually $150 to buy a brand new tier 1 deck, and then for less than $200 you're all of a sudden can play Magic the Gathering competitively for a whole season. And a lot of people complain about standard, but honestly, that's a really good value. That's a lot of gaming. That's and it's great because it gets you out of your house. It gets you out from in front of your computer, where
giving yourself
a lot of
first-person
nerds
shooters
like to spend too much time at, and spending time in front of live human beings with shuffling Magic the Gathering cards and shuffling the gathering the shuffling. Gathering is in the title of the game. It's a good part of the game.
It is a big part of the game. It's kind of hard to play against yourself if you know what you're going to play.
Right. Although I do goldfish a lot. It is fun. Goldfishing is a really good way to figure out what's going on. Goldfishing is one of the... It's like doing a diagnostic testing. Imagine yourself as a computer for a car engine, and you're going to goldfish your deck to figure out what the problems are. For example, I'm not drawing enough lands. I'll add a land. Then goldfish another 5 times. See if your curve is working out, It's really helpful. I actually did that right before the GP. I was at 22 lands, and I just wasn't drawing enough lands, and it doesn't make a lot of sense in a mono black deck with nothing in the entire deck costing more than 3 to want 23 lands. But I was like, nope, I need 23 lands, and it ended up working.
Nice.
Estupendo.
I put 9, 7. There are I think there's 19 lands in here, but there's just an atrocious amount of counterspells.
Counterspells are good. I would like to see you add some board wipes. This deck would all of a sudden get really strong if you had Hour of Devastation.
Honestly, I didn't know what kind of deck you have, so I just kind of...
It's just good against everything, because you expect to be fighting creatures, right?
I guess
blow them all up.
In standard currently, what card does 1 damage to all creatures that is red?
1 damage to all creatures. 1 damage?
For tokens, for instance.
Well, I think the best board wipes right now, you're red and blue, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really play Engulf the Shore. Honestly, it's really Hour of Devastation or bust. There's nothing else you got.
Yeah, but I don't like that because...
5 mana, 5 damage. Kill all their creatures.
But that would kill my creatures. I just need to do 1 damage or maybe 2 damage to a bunch of garbage. You know what I mean?
I see. Well, I'll check the Gatherer and see what's going on. Maybe there's like a... Oh, Kozilek's Return, of course.
Yeah, but that only does it to 1 creature.
No. Kozilek's Return does 2 damage to each creature, right? And then if it's in your graveyard and you play a creature with CMC like 5 or greater, then you can exile it from your graveyard, cast it without paying its mana cost, and it deals 5 damage to each creature.
Can you hand me that monstrous box of garbage?
But here's the thing, that card's about to cycle out.
For now, can you hand me that monstrous box of cards?
Yeah, and Kozilek's Return is really good against my deck, especially. It just like wipes everything.
Well, no, it'd be a good card to sideboard, is what I'm thinking. Blah, 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 blah.
Sweltering Suns. 1 red. Deals 3
Oh my
damage to each creature.
God, that's
3.
perfect.
Yeah, that card's actually seeing play in Modern now because I was researching Scred because I want to build a variant of Scred.
What set is that out of?
That's Amonkhet, I believe.
Oh, god damn it. I don't have an Amonkhet box. Now I've got to go out.
You look so concerned.
Buy more
cards.
cards.
I remember you showed me something that you drew. Is that the one that you draw, or is that...
Oh yeah, you watched me start drawing this, remember?
Yeah.
Like a year ago. Took me forever to finish because I never worked on it. It's not because it was like...
Isn't that always the case, right? You just like sitting down and actually doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it turned
Well,
out all
I
right.
actually own 4 Sphinx of the Final Words, and I just went out and bought them. Womp womp.
Almond Cat. Get a cat almond bar. That's my favorite set. I love the Almond Cat block. It's so cool.
I know I have
I'm in love with it.
in here somewhere. Cozies. Rakozy.
With almond Kit Kat bars.
Oh god.
Cha, 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 cha.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's kind of some cool little effects happened.
Mm.
Yeah, get that almond Kit Kat. What? Get the almond Kit Kat bar.
I know it's in here some fucking
Kit Kat. Yeah. Get the almond Kit Kat bar. Yeah.
Oh god, I have more cards. Fuck. Oh no.
This is the remix.
Many. Oh, there's an Harness the Storm. Actually, I don't need that yet.
Walking to the vending machine. I'm feeling like I just need an almond Kit Kat almond Kit bar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, gotta get Almond Cat. Gotta get Almond Cat in here.
Yeah.
Gotta get Almond.
Drop your pants. No underwear. Shit on the floor.
Wipe it
Yeah.
up. Alright, I think I got another box somewhere. Anyways. Put that off to the side. What did I draw? What did I draw? Oh, right. That's what I drew. Balls.
I did a mulligan, now I'm gonna draw 6 cards. Yeah.
Alright, I don't have... Oh, a piece of paper. Ooh, piece of candy.
That's a great hand. Scry one.
Sweltering Suns.
Ooh, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's get that on top. 'Twas this. Need that.
I need to get that.
Because these are my only lands. I believe I won, so you're on the play.
Oh, okay. Cool. I will put a island down for turn. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, I think. Swamp. Go ahead.
Let's do a Mountinian, and I'm gonna put in Thing with the flies. Pass turn.
Giant. Oh my god. Alright, untap, draw. Play a plains and hidden stockpile.
Ooh.
Your turn.
Out from the start, eh?
Yeah. It's like that Bitter Blossom start. Well, I didn't get to make a token this turn.
Highland Lacay. Pass Toyn.
The gold play is Terrarian, then crack Terrarian, draw, play hidden stockpile turn 2, go to end step, get a token.
Ooh.
So that's even better than Bitter Blossom because you get to make a token that turn. And probably
It's not creature, it says artifact?
any permanent you
Oh,
control.
any
So I
permanent.
can even sacrifice lands to get the trigger, which is pretty cool. Again, with the deserts, because there's deserts that you can pay 1 sacrifice and kill things.
I can't hear you that well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better? Okay. Here I am. Land. I'm expecting a sensor. Let's try and cast a metallic mimic.
Oh, okay.
Enters the battlefield, I choose servos as a creature type. Go ahead.
I'm going to play a land. I'm going to play Forgotten Creation. Sulk. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may discard all the cards in your hand. If you do, draw that many cards.
Interesting.
I will attempt to swing and do nothing for 0. Pass turn.
Well, yeah, you can't swing. This is defender. Let's draw. Play a land.
If you're going to play anything, now's the time, Paxton. Now.
Let's get me out.
The time.
Filigree Familiar.
Ooh, nice.
Gain 2.
Mm-hmm.
No combat. I will actually sacrifice Filigree Familiar to draw. And then I will scry. That's the correct order. That's fine to be on top. Go to end step. Get a servo. Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap.
Oh, so he's gonna discard stuff and
Upkeep.
that's brutal.
The beginning of your upkeep.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this servo that I just made comes into play with a counter on it.
I'm going. No. You get that. At my untap step, I'm going to unsummon your lord, and then I'm going to discard all the cards in my hand and draw that many cards. Unfortunately, there are no instants and sorceries in here, so 1, 2, 3. Land for turn. I'm going to Tormenting Voice, discarding my Desert of the Mindful, drawing 2 cards. And I'm going to swing for 3.
No action, I take 3.
Pass turn.
Concealed Courtyard comes into play tapped.
Nice.
Let's recast Metallic Mimic.
Counter target creature spell.
It is countered. I will create Implement of Improvement. Oops, I did the mana wrong. That's unfortunate.
Womp womp.
I should know better.
Oh, and I get to take 3 counters off that. Sorry.
3 counters.
I played Unsummon, Torment, and Essence Scatter that turn.
Righto. Alright, your turn.
I chose not to draw more cards.
He's got me in a pickle. No doubt about that.
better than having it the other way around.
Pickle Paxton.
I'm going to 2 red, 1 blue, Enigma Drake. He is a 3/4, and I will swing for 3.
Block.
Oh, what a dick. Pass. Toyn.
I'll attempt to cast Herald of Anguish.
Sounds good.
That's amazing. End step. Discard a card.
Sphinx of the Fanzelverd.
Your turn.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How does this shit work? Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I got one right next to me that I don't have to pull out of a fucking sleeve.
It should be in your deck, silly.
Does not have haste. Pretty fucking useless at this point.
Well, it flips, right?
Yes.
The flipped creature has haste. I mean, it doesn't. It's not affected by summoning sickness. You've already summoned it. It's the same creature. It's just flipping. It's like a
Okay.
transformation of all of its text.
Got it. Can I cast a counterspell without a target?
No.
No?
No.
That's dumb.
If you cast a counterspell at a target and the target disappears, that spell fizzles. But
It's still cast though, right?
it needs to have a target in the first place.
I can't just aimlessly cast it.
Right.
Damn it.
Them's are the rules. Like, you can't Doomblade nothing. Just like your opponent has a black creature. Doomblade doesn't. You can't do that. Target non-black creature. Sorry. Or actually, Doomblade might be any creature. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't remember.
Damn. Well, this is not what I want at all.
Oh, more people play Doomblade. Fuck you. Fuck.
Okay. He's a 5/5, right? That big flying hunk of garbage. Pass turn. Oh yeah, non-black creature.
I'm going to attempt to cast Never, targeting Thing in the Ice.
Well, now I have to do something. Just gonna play Censor. So I'm gonna counter it unless you pay 1.
I'll pay 1.
Okay. That triggers Thing in the Ice. Everything is returned to each player's hand. Sorry, all non-horror creatures are returned to their owner's hands.
Okay. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this works, if it's the same target or...
It's flipped, so I think it's a different target.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, Thing in the Ice is no longer there.
Do you guys know the rules about creatures?
Oh, good.
which-
JD, he's actually a level 1 judge.
JD, help us out here.
So, I don't know if you caught this, but we'll restage it here. He's playing... Oh, there you go.
Oh, so I don't get to destroy it?
No. So, if it was Thing in the Ice, and I played the sorcery to trigger it, and it flips, it is no longer Thing in the Ice. It is Awoken Horror.
Very well. Very well. I'm gonna get you.
Well, it is a 7/8.
I'ma get you.
I'ma put my dicks in.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
See how good Thing in the Ice is?
Yeah, actually, it's a very good recommendation. Thank you. I will then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will play Enigma Drake.
Enigma.
Enigma Drake.
Excuse yourself.
Oh, I'll leave then.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I will swing at you for 7.
No response. Down to 12.
This story level is going to give me a night.
I'll
Oh, a
take my
migraine.
turn. Do I take
Yes, I'm sorry, past turn. So, by the way, he is a 4/4 flying Drake. What part are you at in Skyrim, Tyler? Hey, he's playing Skyrim right now. I think he's playing Skyrim.
Attempt to cast Herald of Anguish. It resolves. Go to instead. You discard. You got a card there. I see a card.
Damn.
What you trying to pull here? I got nothing. Except that one card. This bright orange thing. Alright, go ahead. Take your turn. God. God damn. Oh my god.
Shut up there, noob. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Quiet, noob.
All right, so I'm going to swing for 7 on the ground.
You don't get to go on adventures, noob. Wipe up all this diarrhea.
Dude, that shit is so good. I'm ready for my first Vindicator's assignment. No, you're not.
Oh.
She like turns all of his guns into a broom.
Yeah.
Like, what a dick.
Yeah.
Are you going to take the 7?
Yep.
Wow.
Down to 5.
I've got 2 5/4s. 4 4s. I've got 2 4/4s and a 7/8.
Ain't me no thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
alright.
so what other abilities does your Kraken have besides bouncing everything?
That's it.
That's it. And
He is useless on all other accounts.
ain't me no thing.
No cards in hand, by the way. Sorry, I totally forgot that other card was there. That's why I was like, hands. The Shadowverse.
I'll start by paying 2, sacrificing Implement of Improvement. I'll draw a card. One of your Enigma Drakes gets -2/-2.
Okay.
I'll cast Servo Exhibition.
Oh, I see what you're gonna do here. You're gonna kill a Drake, aren't you?
I'm gonna kill a damn Drake.
What a dick.
Sack a Servo. Kill that.
Don't you have to sack 2?
No, I only have to sack one artifact to activate. The
Oh,
ability.
okay.
I have a blocker. And I have 2 blockers. And you have to discard. Sounds good enough for me. Go ahead.
I actually have none this time. I promise.
Bring it on. Oh yeah, wait. I got a servo trigger.
Nice.
I'm gonna slow roll this win, guys. I'm gonna try to at least. His tech is deadly. He could burn one of my blockers away. He could counter.
That's the one thing I need in here is a
One of my
little bit of
spells.
burn.
Burn is good.
A little bit of burn would have gone a long way just now. I feel like I need to take this out.
Whoever wins after this game, we should play a round of Commander.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. You're gonna kill my Drake next turn. And do not have any cards I need to do something about it. Pass turn. Good old anime card game. How you feeling, by the way?
Oh, I feel pretty good. I could definitely use some more water though. Servo exhibition.
Did you say more motor oil?
Yes, more motor oil. That's what I need, baby. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I do need to drive. Servo exhibition. Will never get countered. Gonna target the Awoken Horror. Go to end step. Yeah, go to end step. You discard a card.
This is what I was saying I need to take out of here. It just doesn't fit yet because I haven't, oddly enough, I still haven't drawn any of the zombie creation, which this would really boost
Yeah, I haven't
that.
seen that yet.
And we
You could
played
top deck it right now.
3 games, and I still have yet to see it once. Rather annoying. Is that it?
Yep, that's it for me.
Nothing to do. Fuck. Okay. Cycling sensor. Enigma Drake. I'm going to swing at you for 5 in the air.
Do I block that? Of course I do. Otherwise I'll die. I block.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 in the air. Okay.
I trade.
Pass turn.
Concealed Courtyard comes into play tapped. Cards in hand? Nothing in hand. I'm gonna cast Battle at the Bridge.
Saw that coming.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll gain 6. Attack for 4.
I take 4.
Your turn.
Fucking son of a bitch. Pass turn. I am severely irritated now.
Yeah, this has become a grind fest. Okay. Let's get out Aerial Responder
Ooh, nice.
and Servo Exhibition.
I can't believe you're going to kill me with servos again.
Attack for 4. Go ahead.
Jesus.
I do not have a copy of Sheffet Dunes in play.
Pass turn.
Otherwise, I could have pumped up everything. Attack 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll gain 2. This actually has Vigilance. I'm actually now going to sacrifice a servo. Scry. Scry to the bottom. Go to that end step. Revolt trigger. It is your turn. You are at 4.
I really wish that was in the reverse order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Oh, I could have played it 2 turns ago. I miscounted.
You were holding it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I miscounted. I fucked up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 5 zombie tokens.
That's a lot.
2 zombie tokens. Pass turn.
Okay, at your end step, I'm going to tap.
You've won this already. All you have to do is swing.
You can block everything.
I have 5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to get in for 1, 2, 3 at least. And you're at 4. Here's what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to tap for 4 and sacrifice a desert. I'll choose one of this grasping desert. And give one of your zombies 2 -1/-1 counters to kill it.
Okay.
Now I'll untap.
That's it.
Untap, draw. A swing for the win. You
Nice.
got nothing in hand.
Nothing. Again, is the only instance I had the whole game.
Yeah, that's very few. It's unfortunate.
And I have a shit ton of instants in here.
Maybe you're just a
Look, they're all... Oh my god, look. A brick of them. A solid brick of them.
I would take out the 5/5, the hexproof guy. He's really cool, but I think you have better bombs. You should have, like, just put more burn and more board wipes.
See, here's... I was just saying, man, like... I would have had it if I played this and had another one of these already in the graveyard. But the problem is I don't have enough cards that aren't counter that would benefit from this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'm just getting really shitty shuffling right now. Because this is atrocious. This is really bad.
Yeah, that's not enough.
I've
You
got
know, okay,
I've got
check this out.
23 instants and sorceries in here.
Check this out. So at the PPTQ I was at for Modern recently, I was playing a 17 land mono red, like all in attack, kind of like 8 whack deck, and it only has 17 lands, right? And I didn't play a single game where I didn't draw at least 5 lands during the game. That's like obscene.
That is pretty bad.
You don't want to really ever draw more than 3. 5. There was one time I drew like 8 lands. It's like, how do you draw, you know, literally half of your lands in a quarter of your deck?
No, that's ridiculous.
So that happens to people, and you lose games, you lose matches. Sometimes the odds are just not in your favor. Eight whack is really good.
I just got shafted though. That hurts.
Welcome to the world of Standard, where all your dreams are shattered. You thought I was going to say where all your dreams come true? No. Standard's where your dreams get pissed on. Standard's where you take brews to the local meta and get crushed over and over because you're a noob and you'll never beat the net deckers. Dun dun dun.